Hi everyone, my name is Emma Liddicoat, and I will be stemming from the work previously mentioned by Ashley to further discuss the ACE2 receptor and how it is connected to our human bodies. I am first going to touch on exactly what the ACE2 receptor is, and then move on to explain its role and discuss where it can be found in our bodies. Let us first focus on the image presented. Angiotensin converting enzyme 2, or ACE2, as it is sometimes called, depicted here in blue, is a membrane-associated protein that acts as a cellular entry receptor for SARS coronavirus 2. It is a specific protein that helps the virus infect human cells. In fact, scientists have demonstrated that SARS coronavirus 2 does not use any other receptors associated with the coronavirus family. Angiotensin converting enzyme 2 provides a direct entry point for SARS coronavirus 2's spike protein, which is depicted here in orange, to bind to it like a key being inserted into a lock. The protein, angiotensin converting enzyme 2, is found on the surfaces of many cell types and in many tissues throughout the human body. Now let's focus on the provided image. Here is a depiction of the viral entry and replication process of SARS coronavirus 2 into a human cell. Starting at the left side of the image, upon viral entry into the cell, the virus is broken open and its messenger RNA, or its genetic material here, is released into the cell. The virus's genetic material is replicated, packaged, and finally assembled for the production of multiple copies of itself. The multiple copies leave the human cell via a process called budding and are released throughout the rest of the body. With the virus in the body, we now shift our focus to the ACE2 receptor. The major role of angiotensin converting enzyme 2 in the human body is to convert angiotensin 2 to angiotensin. This means that not only is ACE2 a receptor for SARS coronavirus 2, but that it also regulates many physiological systems within the body. One such system is the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. This system plays a key role in regulating blood volume and systematic vascular resistance. The elevation of blood volume and arterial tone in chronic health circumstances is what this system is a critical regulator of. This system regulates these such bodily functions by either increasing sodium reabsorption, water reabsorption, and/or vascular tone. The mechanism of the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system begins with the formation of renin, which acts on its target, which is angiotensinogen. Angiotensinogen is produced in the liver and is found circulating the plasma. Angiotensinogen is cleaved by renin into angiotensin 1, which we can see here depicted in the first circle. Angiotensin 1 is a precursor for angiotensin 2, here in the bottom circle. Angiotensin 2, if we follow this arrow going down this direction, functions to increase blood pressure and inflammation, which increases damage to blood vessels and different types of tissues. Angiotensin converting enzyme 2, now following this arrow going to the left, converts angiotensin 2 into other molecules that help counteract angiotensin 2's effects. Angiotensin converting enzyme 2 is a critical element in the overall biochemical pathway. In relation to SARS coronavirus 2, angiotensin 2 increases inflammation and also the death of cells in the alveoli, which are found in the lungs. The alveoli are responsible for the uptake of oxygen into the body. Thus, the effects of angiotensin 2 are harmful but reduced by ACE2. The binding of SARS coronavirus 2 to a human ACE2 receptor, now we're following this smaller arrow right here, prevents ACE2 from its normal functions, which are regulating the effects of angiotensin 2. So with the regulating mechanism of ACE2 inhibited by the virus, more and more angiotensin 2 is able to be made. The ability for angiotensin 2 to be produced enables it to be able to cause injury to tissues throughout the body. The increase in angiotensin production is plausible to the contribution of injury to the lungs and heart of COVID-19 patients. Understanding not only the function of the human ACE2 receptor, but the location of it as well has played a large role in COVID-19 research. The most commonly known area in the body that ACE2 proteins are found in is the lungs. Other areas of the body include the heart, blood vessels, kidneys, liver, and gastrointestinal tract. The protein is also found in epithelial cells, which line certain tissues throughout the body and create protective barriers. Cardiac, lung, liver, and renal organ systems have a higher rate of expression of ACE2 receptors than other body systems. These bodily systems are thus more susceptible to higher hyperinflammation and damage. Individuals with previous health conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, metabolic syndrome, and those with advanced age tend to express organ systems with lower numbers of ACE2 receptors, leaving them prone to higher fatality rates. The human body is incapable of making its own antibodies for SARS coronavirus 2 and thus must be infected with a virus to allow the body to produce the needed antibodies and fight off the infection. Of course, becoming infected with the virus comes with many risks and is why there is such a high demand in research for the formation and distribution of a safe and usable vaccine.